But I spent almost 20 years fighting the spread of toxic chemicals in our water as a result of landfills, and in particular in my own home community, the impact of that in home and neighboring community. And the key problem is that our drinking water standards are not good enough, right? The drinking water standards are federally made, and then they're adopted or in part or in whole by the provinces, or in some cases not at all. And one of those chemicals is 1,4-dioxane. It is a chemical in which the U.S. EPA and many of the states in the U.S. give a 1 to 3 UG a standard that they've established, but here in Canada, the federal level is 50 UG, so it's very outdated. As a result of that, when we find these toxic chemicals in our environment, as we have in this particular instance, the company that is responsible for contaminating residential wells doesn't have to do anything about it because there's no drinking water standard, so therefore there's no health impact. It doesn't matter that there's thousands of chemicals that exist in leachate and that they're found in residential wells. If the drinking water standards don't reflect the toxicity that exists in 1,4-dioxane is a known toxic carcinogen, that doesn't happen. So I guess what I'd like to know is, as we move forward, around this issue and around CMP in particular, are we dedicating the financial resources to add personnel around the assessment of chemicals and setting drinking water or even air standards, air quality standards right now, today?
Well, I'd like to thank the member for his question, and also you also. I'm always happy to hear from everyone. We're in this together. So I think that the focus of your question is related to guidelines for drinking water quality. This activity is actually the responsibility of the Minister of Health in collaboration with provinces and territories. Our government continues with the implementation of the Chemical Management Plan. We know we need to reduce risk posed by chemicals to Canadians and the environment. For the substance in question, 1,4-dioxane, it was assessed by the government in Canada in 2010 and found not to be of concern to the environment or harmful to the health of Canadians at current levels of exposure. It's included in our National Pollutant Release Inventory, the NPRI. It's Canada's legislated, publicly accessible inventory of pollutants released, disposed of, and sent for recycling by facilities across the country. Industrial, institutional, and commercial facilities which meet legislative NPRI reporting requirements must notify Environment Canada for their releases. Certainly, should emissions increase over time, we will investigate and adopt the necessary steps to control releases. I'm also happy, if you would like, to have my deputy speak to this issue.
Sure.
Sure. I would just add that in support of furthering our work under the Chemicals Management Plan, which we do jointly with Health Canada, the Canadian Council of Ministers of the Environment has a water management committee of technical officials looking at it. They also looked at 1,4-dioxane in water and did conclude that bioaccumulation, bioconcentration, and biomagnification were likely to be significant processes in aquatic systems. But this is an area, as the Minister noted, we continue to monitor through the National Pollutant Release Inventory, and we'll continue to look at going ahead.